the host that could record it. I don't think.
I think I got it now. Yep.
Cool.
All right, yeah. So I always start now on the higher time frame, and I'll just still mark up the three finger strategy and work my way down. So in this case, you have to find the last. Well, you know what? First, let me show you this tool I use right here, the zigzag, because that's actually an indicator. I don't know. Are you guys using that at all? Yes, no, maybe so.
Oh no, I don't use that.
I
I just use
haven't.
it.
All right. So it helps a lot to see the turning points, and it's pretty good on its timing. Like, a lot of the other indicators lag, but I've been trying to find out all the different indicators actually on the MetaTrader app. So you can find it in customs, and it's like all the way on the bottom. But what I do is I'll go find the last turning point on my zigzag. So as you can see, one is kind of forming down right here, right now. So I would put my support down there first. It's kind of hard to see too. So in the three finger strategy, you have to have two candles to the left and then two to the right. So in this case, I don't even have the two candles yet, so I would go to the next time frame. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Or you can't mark it up yet? So I'll go down to the weekly. It's still the same thing. So what I would do is I will mark up the last one that was actually up here. Because later when I go to trade, I won't have to mark this up anymore. It will already be ready. So again, you have to first find this is what he calls the signal candle, because again, it has two to the left and two to the right. And then you put the first line at the wick, but the second one only goes at the close of the body. I know some people do the wick to wick, but in his strategy, he only goes to the body. Y'all got that part?
Yeah.
So in this case, you could kind of see that you're supposed to wait for after you find your signal candle and you got the two to the left and two to the right. You then have to wait for the next candle to close below the support. So in this case, it's kind of a little bit hard to see, even though this is where you would have caught the sell. But to see it clearly, you keep going down the time frame. So now I'm gonna go down the daily. Now you can clearly see where it closed below and retest it, and then that's where you will have your entry. Can y'all see that? Should I make it bigger? Is that better? Can you see it there?
Yes.
So you're saying where that, yeah, real quick. So you're saying where you put your support line, the next candle after that is where you would take your sell. Well, we just lifted it up a little bit. Or
Yeah, I made it a little tighter because on the daily, the body was a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
So on the weekly, it looked like it was tight, but it was a little off. So I came to the daily. So it's a little more tighter. So you need to wait for this candle here to close below. Which you kind of see it is closed a little bit below.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the entry is as soon as the next candle, wait for this one to close. The very next candle to touch your support is where you enter your sell. So in this case, it would have been here. But that's if you're trading from this daily time frame, because you know it's gonna take a while to see this happen. But if
When you said touch though, so is it whole candle closing before you do that? Or are you just saying it just like literally, like, are you waiting for the whole candle to finish before?
I wait for this candle to finish,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would have entered here, the first touch. Now, usually it don't happen right here. It'll usually happen like around here, like after the actual retest. But again, when I go lower, you'll see that it did happen, which is why I mark it up on a much higher time frame first. Because here you can see where it actually closed here, and then it touched here, and that's when you enter your sell. So you wouldn't have had too much drawdown because it would have just happened and would have bounced. But then it came back here again, almost for another touch, and then sell. But the
this on your monthly when you turn up your 3-finger strategy, is it body to body or wick to wick?
Oh, there's somebody. Okay, all right, ask me one more time.
I was asking on the 3-finger strategy. No, it's not. It's muted. Okay, on the 3-finger strategy on the monthly, is it body to body or wick to wick?
On the 3-finger strategy, it's wick to body. So like you see me on the 4-hour time frame here. Oh, I marked it up though back here, so it'll be different once we get lower and lower. But let me do it from the daily because it was like cleaner. So it's from the wick up here to just the body of your signal candle. And your signal candle is the candle that has the 2 to the left lower and 2 to the right lower. So this is your signal candle here. So it's from wick to body. Now if we was doing it from the bottom, it still would have been the wick to the body.
What do you mean when you say that again? If you would have been at the bottom, then what?
If you do it from the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
from the wick and still to the body, because it's a little wick over there, but you're gonna do it right at the body, not the wick.
Got it.
So technically, on this daily chart, we waiting. From what I just explained, we waiting for one of these candles to close above this line. Because we need 2 candles this way and 2 candles this way that do not close below the main candle. So this could keep dropping, so we don't know yet. That's why you have to wait to actually have 2 candles to the left and 2 to the right. But for y'all to see what actually took place already was this move. And I mean, that's a lot of pips if you would have caught this retest, even if you still got in here. Because there's no drawback after it. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. As long as you wait for as soon as it closed below, wait for the first time it touched the line of retest, and then you enter. So let me go on the lower time frame, because that would take a long time to happen, to be honest, because that's such a higher time frame. All right, actually, this is in my demo account, so I can just take this off because I was playing with this one. But I had that so long ago. All right. So let's do it from this one. Y'all see this candle here has 2 to the left, 2 to the right?
Yeah.
So you know this is your signal candle. I'm gonna remove my zigzag actually. I don't know, it's not letting me delete it, but can y'all see that this is the signal candle and there's 2 to the left and 2 close to the right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So again, you just put your line right at the top of the wick. Next is the body. So you wanted to see this candle close first. And then the next time it retests here is when you take your sell. So let's go down to like the 30 and see what happened. 15. So you see how the main candle, we gotta make it cleaner and get closer?
Mm-hmm.
Because you actually would have missed it. So this close below and it retests right here. And then you just get in for the sell. And what I do is when I see my zigzag form, I get out the trade.
Mm.
So that's what's been helping me save a lot of money on when to get in and get out.
And you look at it on the 15-minute to see when it comes out or when it's about to go back up, when the zigzag is about to go back up.
Yeah, because I'll mark it up from the hour first, but then, you know, you got to get it a little cleaner. So I'll go down to like the 30. That's pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
And got a good retest. And then, like I said, the zigzag is pretty on point. Like, it's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when you go to the 15, you can clearly see it. Now, mind you, his 3-finger strategy, he does it from the hour. So long as you follow this strategy, you're always going to get the 20 to 30 pips, which is the goal if you're sticking to like a sound plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I was able to start building it up. You know, first I just stuck with 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents. And like I said, I won't change my lot size until I make 7 good trades. And, you know, so I need at least 7 of my 10 trades to be hitting TP before I go up again in lot size. Because I always grabbing the same 20 to 30 pips. My profit is just getting bigger because I'm going up in lot size, but I'm just doing the same move off the hour time frame. And to be honest, if I trade anything like oil or gold, I really stay down here on 15, 5, and 1, just to be honest with y'all. I don't even be up here. I don't even know what to do with that right now in my life because I don't have time to watch, analyze it. And I'm still not as good with my stop loss for longer held trades. So literally what y'all saw me post this morning, I literally made in probably like 30 minutes or 15, 5, and 1 because it happened so fast. And it's an expensive, you know, pair. Because I mean, look at this one. We could have gotten this one. And this is all for the 1 minute. I put my support on the wick. I come back to the body. We waited for it to break, close above. Now we just want to wait for it to retest. That's all you will wait for. And as soon as it hit this, I press buy, and then it goes.
So now you're saying you're waiting for the retest before you do it.
You always wait, because remember, this is the first one to close.
Right.
So this one didn't technically retest.
Got you. So you're waiting for the break of structure for that before you even take off.
Yeah.
Press the buy or sell. Okay. I got you.
Yep. So let's like look at it on the 15, what it's doing. See how you can't even really see, but you go to the 1, you can see it's gonna get you a better entry.
Mm.
Now I only do this for higher pairs because I can't, if I'm putting in 11, 0.11 or 0.15 or 0.20, then I can't go 50 pips into drawdown. That like gives me too much anxiety. So that's why I trade the more volatile pairs on the lower time frame. Because it's like I'm in and out. I don't have too much drawdown. I just follow his 3-finger strategy. I mean, because look, this is oil. If you'd have caught this sell all the way down to when the zigzag turned, look how much money that is.
And Todd, just keep that on that page right there. Just to be clear, you would have entered on, so look at that signal candle. You would have entered on the 1, 2, the 3rd candle after that, right? Is that where you would have entered?
This candle right here?
Yeah,
Yep, as soon as it started forming and touched this line, I would have entered. But mind you, I would have probably seen it better because I would have been looking at here. So let me go to that. Because that's where you're really gonna get to see it. Hey guys, don't let me lose track of time because I gotta log back onto work. I can be available to 3:10.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all see this? We on the 1 now. But you see where even from this, it's a large space. So if you wanted to, sometimes I will go in there and clean it up again. So I would say, all right, this is my last turning point. So let me get the wick. Let me get the body. So technically, my mind, just because I've been doing it for a while, so I would have entered after this broke on the 1 right here, to be honest with you. This is where I would have got in.
even though it's still touching it.
Even though it's still touching it and we didn't get a retest here.
Yeah.
But, and I would have kept looking and watching at it because, I'm looking at it from the 15. So I know it already closed, but I know sometimes it breaks away too fast. So I need to see it touch on the 1 so I don't miss it.
Okay. And you get out when the zigzag goes opposite direction.
Yes, unless I analyze it on a higher time frame and know that it has like a couple levels to go, then maybe I won't get out. But again, because I don't have that much time to trade, I usually do get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just get back
Do
in.
you use this?
Say it again. All right, let me get back close to this. Now remember, because the true candle on the 15 was from this line to this line, if you don't want to get in early because this may be too confusing, just wait for it to break here and then come back and retest the line. So this is when I would have entered on this red candle here. Because it broke, it closed below. In no reality, it actually closed below right over here.
Mm.
Technically. So your entry should have been this first touch. And as we know, most breaks and retests usually has a second touch. But in his 3-finger strategy, it really is the first touch he wants you to get in on. Because sometimes it won't do this, it will just drop. So he says it's the first one. But again, because we was going off the 15-minute, you could have waited for this retest here. Oh, everything about to die.
Do you use this for Bitcoin as well?
Yep, I could go to Bitcoin right now too. But yeah, if y'all can see, you literally wait for it to close, retest the first time and get in. So now you see how this has this? So you wouldn't want to necessarily close on the first one because you're on the 1 minute. This, but just think about your zones. So I know my last zone was here. So that's probably where I would have put my take profit to. But I don't take it to the bottom, I take it to the top. Because sometimes it don't go. It will just hit here and reverse. So if you was looking for your target, this would have been my next target. I trade from zone to zone. So let me go to Bitcoin real quick. Well, let me just get a new one. But if y'all can remember that, the break and then the first retest, market for 20 to 35 pips, a lot of times it will go much further. But you know, that's for you to decide if you want to go for that. It's the monthly. I just went to the last one, the body, and then work my way down. I literally just been drawing this up on every pair over and over and over again. So we got the 2 to the left. We do got 2 to the right, and these are still valid because it's above the wick. The wick counts for your the 3-finger strategy. So you got 2 over this way, 2 over that way. We got the break. Now we just waiting for it to retest here again. And then we take the buy and go. So let's go a little lower. See, right. You see how we got the break close here? And it's actually already retested. Do y'all see that part?
Yeah.
So in this case, on the out 4 hour, it actually closed, it retested. So this is Bitcoin, it's expensive. So you could have caught this on the 4 hour and just rolled this one candle up or up to where the zigzag. And you know, from 57.82 to where this stopped, 69.01, that's a lot of money just off of that. And then now this is gonna give you another entry, I'm sure. You can see it more clearly even over here. You see where it's at on the 1 hour, coming down to retest. So if you want, we could have did it from here. And this is how I sometimes buy and sell a couple times in a row. So I got the 2 this way and the 2 that way. So now I will come to that body of this red candle. You wait for the break. Now if I go down, we probably could see it. The break and the retest. It's the main candle. It closed above. It pretty much kind of retest on this one. And you take the sell again. And you know this was the last zone, so you can take it to about here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is back on the daily. And you see how we marked up these zones from the lower time frames and how it's kind of showing you, all right, this is a zone from here to here. This is a zone from here to here. And then clearly this is a zone because you got these two hitting it right here. So imagine if you did this strategy after it broke up here. You put your support on the top, resistance at the body. You wait for it to close, you wait for it to retest, and you take the trade. So that's just how I'll be catching it. I'll take my trade from here to here. That's all I need. This, and then I'm done for the day. If it happens again, and I just keep moving my lines down, I'll be like, all right, so I got another 3 finger. So let me just move it down, put it at the body, put it at the wick, and wait for it to close. Take the next candle down again.
So Ty, quick thing. So with that first one that you were taking down, and you would have gotten it out where on the first one? Because I'm looking at the zigzag line, and it wouldn't, like, where would you have gotten out?
Most likely I would have got out where my last black line is, knowing me, because that's another zone. And sometimes it likes to hit the zone and go back up. So I used to hate that. I would get all the way into profit. I'm aiming for here. But then when I'm looking, my anxiety would kick in because I'll be in profit and then it start going back. So I'm like, wait, so is it going to break, retest, and zoom up there? I don't know. You know, so I had to learn if I want to capture and compound my account and my account plan is 40 pips at a time, then I'm going to take my 20 to 30. If my plan was 40 for the day and I got it out of one trade, 25 to 30, then I'm good. So I don't need to be stressed out that I didn't get this one, I didn't get that one. I don't care. I got my plan. So if I happen to then see that the 3 fingers happening again, then hey, that's a plus for me. I get to get an extra bag for the day. And then to be honest, when I come and everybody be like, oh, we missed this big ass move. Oh my God. I get excited because I know, oh, a big ass move means we're going to go nicely in the other direction. So.
And would you have put a take profit, or you watch the charts? You put a take profit.
If I have time, then I'll do a trailing stop loss. So once let's just say it hit my zone here, right? And again, I have 2 pairs. So I at least do 2 at a time. So I'm going to let my one hit this for sure. Let it close out. And then to be honest, I probably would look at this and just, I change it to the line chart. And I'll go mark up the other zones. And then, let's see. So I would do something like that, and then I could put my candles back. So let's just say I took it from here to this zone. My second pair that's going, I would probably put my stop loss somewhere up here, like above the last turn. And then aim for the next zone. What you said?
She asked that you check the chat.
Check the chat.
Oh,
okay, that's what it said. Oh, you meant on this thing? Oh, I can't see that.
It says you can only do a trailing stop loss on MetaTrader 4.
Oh, okay. I just do it when I say trying to stop loss. Like, okay, let me just put a trade in just because, so y'all can see something. All right. Which is why I stopped trading on my phone, because I can't do this on my phone. Like, I could literally just pull this myself. So I mean, I'm literally sitting here. Like, let's just say it start moving down. I literally just move my line down with it. Like I'll be on top of it. If I get to watch it and let's just say it went past this zone and I don't know how far it's gonna go, I would just take my line and be behind it. So I would put it here and be like, all right, stop it there. Well, let me use the take profit.
So you do the manual version instead of like how the computer can do it for you, pretty much.
Yeah, I won't use the computer if I'm watching. If I'm not using the computer, I just put my take profit and set it and forget it, and that's it. But yeah, you can do a trend stop loss on here. But you see how this also got a head, a shoulder, which is what he talks about in his 3-finger strategy. Can you see it? I will draw it. I don't know, my mouse is not working. What's wrong with this thing? All right, I keep trying to do the triangles, getting on my nerves. If you got your head, your shoulder, your left shoulder, your head, and then your right shoulder will be forming over here. So usually after it comes back down here and it retests here, then that's where you take the sell. So that's how he kind of like puts together his 3-finger strategy and the head and shoulders.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
You're crazy. I don't know. It's not letting me draw this last triangle, but it will be this next. Put it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But all right, let me go to everybody like trading gold a lot. Let me go to gold real quick. See, gold got a wedge going on right now. Oh boy, when you be watching these charts, you just see some things, you get excited. I'm gonna tell you right now. But yeah, you got this wedge going up. So this would be a good entry for a buy right here. And I would just take it up to this line.
Hey, Ty,
And that's what I was.
MACD.
Huh? What you said?
How we work the MACD. Pause.
No pause.
No, seriously though, how you use the
God. All right, how I be using this with it? I literally use what Dr. Spiller had told us, where I wait for this green one to come above this red line, and it usually lines up with this. But since I'm looking at this on the 30, I will go lower to like the 15, and you could probably see it's already starting to separate. Same thing on the 5. And like I said, I'll be going all the way down to the 1 just because I'll be trying to be on mellow sniper entry status. And look, the MACD is already separating from the red line. Hope that was clear. And as you can see here, where it first separated from the red line, that was your entry for the sell. And look, it sold. And I would have sold it to the resistance line. And if I add my zigzag in there, you probably could see even clearer. Bada bing, bada boom. So you kind of got like a few confirmations to take the buy, if that makes sense. Got the MACD, got the zigzag. We probably could even do the 3-finger strategy. Let me make it bigger and do that. Yo, Mello, how you snuck in here though? Let's
What'd you
talk
say?
about that. You are not a queen. How you in here? How you in this thing?
Well, I'm not in here for real.
Look.
I'm around. I
Sit
want to learn
around.
too. I got my wig on.
Whatever.
Oh, hold on, guys. 1 second.
Joanna man.
Hello. My boss name is Catherine. Heidlof, Heil. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.
Tasia.
Oh, you sneaking in through the wife status. We're gonna put her on timeout.
Y'all holding out, man.
Now this our first one though.
I'm trying to get some juice, man.
Go get some juice in the fridge.
Dang.
All right, I got a few minutes. Let me stop playing. All right, so who want to tell me what I just did? And what we waiting for?
Look, you waiting on the
Are you waiting for a retest?
Yep. Let me take some of these
Go
ones.
next friend.
Hey, Shay. Hey, y'all. What's up?
Now again, you see I drew the trend line. And he says the trend lines are accurate if you got 2 touches. So you know we got one here, second touch, a third touch. So that pretty much signifies the trend. Right? You got that part? All right, so I'm gonna do it one more time. The body, the beginning of the candle at the end, and then to the body. So you got your wick and then the body. And in this case, it closed above, it retested, but it didn't go that much higher. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen if it's gonna retest the second time, right here. But in this reality, we're waiting for a break, a retest, and then to go up. And then when you look, when we went down further, you can see it already started to retrace. So what would make you, put it this way, what would make this not be a good trade to take? Because that's also what you got to be able to figure out. Is it good to take or not?
If it went past the lower wedge of that line, maybe. Or if it broke down, structured
Right.
the other way.
Which kind of sometimes lets you know, it's starting to reverse and maybe go in the other direction. And again, I've been like paying attention to the wedges a lot. So I don't know if that'll help people see more of the breaks and retests or not. But I use it. So do y'all know when the wedges is going down, that means the buy is coming? Wedges forming going down, the buy is coming. Wedges forming up, a seller's coming. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes.
Well, I got 5 minutes. Let me go back up. And then on my higher time frame, I got this going up. So right now it hit the base of this trend line, diagonal trend line, because you can have the trend going diagonal as well. So in this case, and then you also see the MACD is starting to separate. I also got this. This is here, so this could be the end.
$2.59 Ty.
All right, thank you. So anybody got any questions? Does somebody want to do it themselves to see if you really got it? Because you can start getting confused with all these markers I got on the chart right now.
Yeah, so just to confirm, Ty, because I know you're about to leave and I'm about to try to mark it up myself. You go from the monthly and then you bring it down with your signal candles, right?
Yes, I always start in the monthly just to see where it's at, to know the actual true trend, whether it's going down or up. And then I just try to find the last completed 3-finger strategy. So, because you need something to have happen for you to know what to do. So in this case, you know, the monthly is not ready, the weekly is not ready, the daily is not ready, but on the 4-hour, I have something I can work with. So that's what I would go off of. And then I would just keep working my way down. And then if I'm actually ready to trade, most likely I'm over here in this 15 section, because I want to make the money and I don't want to necessarily have to walk away and hope, you know, I just want to have it happen and be done for the day. So that's why I stay in 15, 5, and 1 a lot. Because right now, if I was watching this, I could have just made some money this past hour just from looking at this last setup. Which is why I don't have to take a lot of trades anymore. So if I was to, like, if I had probably seen this, what is this, the 1 minute? And we've been on this call for almost the whole time. So that means back here is probably when we got on the call, somewhere back here. So we could have caught these trades because it's happening so fast. So I would have marked that up. We got the 2 candles to the left, the 2 to the right. I would have waited for it to close below, get my retest, take the sell to my zone. I'm out of there. It's over. At 1 minute, your trade over though, and you got the money for the day. As opposed to I'm over here on the daily, it's gonna take me 10 more days before this setup is ready. I don't got 10 days. I need right now. I'm trying to quit tomorrow. But you see what I'm saying? How you wait for this break, the retest happens, and then you take the sell. It happens again. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. It breaks, it retouch, take the sell. Wait for your signal to get out, or you mark it up by your last zone. So in this case, if this break and retest here, I would take this down to my next zone. If it breaks and retests up here, I'm gonna take it to this zone. All right, guys, I think that's it. Unless somebody got some questions, we could just go over it again.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ty.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, it's just a,
Thank you too. Now, like with this recording, is it going to be uploaded in the group?
say that again.
Okay, for this recording, is it going to be uploaded in the group chat?
I mean,
Yes, Tasha.
yeah, I don't know how to do that. I guess what's name's gonna do that for us.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, when I get my, you know, teaching skills together, we could rock it out. But just remember that it's just 2 candles to the left, 2 to the right. Break, retest, take the trade. That's it. 25 to 30 pips, and you out of there. You want it to happen faster? Use a low time frame. You want to get more pips and be in it for a little longer, then use the higher time frame setup. But the setup is the same no matter what. it don't change. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. What?
Let's go.
Let's go. We need this money today, not tomorrow. I'm telling y'all stick to that, your risk management. Don't over leverage. Minimize how many trades you take. Wait for the right setup, and you can't go wrong. I mean, I've literally been doing this the last month and a half. Like, look how many times you could have did it over and over. Like, oh man. All right, guys. Y'all be safe. Y'all should be charting this up everywhere.
Thank you so much. Everybody here is so excited. Thank you.
And again, I'm working at home, so if y'all ever got to ask me questions or anything like that, I am available. And I always chart up after work from like 7 to 11, so I'm always charting and can always help at that time.
Let's go, Ty. Okay.
We need
I'll
to
be
get
charting
like,
with you. 7 to 11.
hey, 7 to 12. That's where the money at. Oh, look at my fake trade got money. Hey. Y'all see that? 577. Let's go. 2 cents.
Tom, drop your social media in the chat, your IG in the chat.
All right. All right, guys.
All right.
Okay.